Hello, everybody. So, with this week being Thanksgiving week, I wanted to take a little bit of a deep dive into my time at Standing Rock. So, in 2016, I had the pleasure of visiting Standing Rock on Thanksgiving weekend. From that Thursday to that Sunday, I had the pleasure of being on the Standing Rock reservation and visiting the encampment that was on the Standing Rock Reservation lands in opposition of the Dakota Access Pipeline.
Don't hurt anybody. This is her showing us what we're doing today. She's happy right now.
Here is a picture of me and my friend with Jocelyn Charger, one of the young people who was in opposition of the Dakota Access Pipeline and who ran 2,000 miles from North Dakota to Washington, D.C. to call on President Obama at the time and to call on the Army Corps of Engineers to stop the bulldozers and stop the illegal pipeline, Dakota Access Pipeline, that was being put through the Standing Rock Reservation's land.
My name is Jocelyn Charger. I'm from the Cheyenne River Sioux Reservation. Look, it is important to fight for our future. It is important to fight for our rights.
Here we are at a protest by the White House. This is me and my mom doing a blanket dance at a herbal gathering where a few friends of ours were going to North Dakota to the Standing Rock encampment, and they were going to be giving donations out, and so we were collecting money for their travels. Me and my mom even did a small little donation area outside of this herbal, natural medicine place in DC called Glut, and they let us do a little donation area outside, and so we had a little sign and everything, and we were collecting donations / money for the people that were going to Standing Rock. So originally, me and my mom were doing a lot of work around the Standing Rock movement and the No DAPL movement in the DC area, until we found out that some family friends of ours were going to be going to Standing Rock, and we were like, we need to come with you. And one of the people that were going was Maimouna Youssef, aka Mumu Fresh, who is a black and indigenous artist who is a MC. She sings, she does a lot of things, and she's really incredible. You should go look her up. But she was going to Standing Rock to do a benefit concert for the people of Standing Rock to raise funds for them so that they can have donations and things while they're at the camp. And at the time that we were going, which was Thanksgiving, like I said, it had already started snowing on the camp, and it was extremely cold. So they needed a lot of donations and a lot of tents and yurts and stoves and all kinds of things to be able to sustain themselves throughout the winter while they were at the encampment.
5,000 of us, we died along the way. It was the dead of the winter, we were forced to walk every day. Through the sleet of snow, through the sleet of snow, cold as ice.
And so go to Standing Rock we did. This is a picture of some of the tents and yurts and other things at the encampment. There was actually two encampments. The first encampment got taken over by some white hippies, and so unfortunately that got overrun, and so they ended up making a second encampment called the Oceti-Sakowin encampment, and that's the one that we ended up visiting, and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. Now, right before we ended up actually leaving to go to Standing Rock, a few days before, the Morton County Sheriff's Department ended up spraying ice cold water in the middle of the night in freezing temperatures on the water protectors who were in the encampment, trying to block them from being able to build the Dakota Access Pipeline on Standing Rock Reservation land. Disgusting. Here's another more widespread view of the Oceti-Sakowin encampment at Standing Rock. Here I am at the actual camp where some of our friends were actually in a tent. This was our tent. And so I was standing there. My mom took my picture with the tent. And it was really an incredible, incredible time. This was the very last day that we were there. I and one of my friends ended up going to the, there was a march or a walk that the women of Standing Rock decided to have for all the women that were in the camp at that time. And it was in honor of the white buffalo calf woman, which if you don't know who that is, you should go look that up. But it is a very sacred person, symbol in Lakota history and spirituality. And it symbolizes for all women. And it was really, really beautiful. And it was really like moving to be able to be in that march with them and that walk with them to the front lines, where we were met by the Morton County Sheriff's Department, who are brutal, brutal people who sicked dogs on the people of Standing Rock who had this encampment back in the summertime. Because how I first found out about all of this was back in August of 2016. And I think Shailene Woodley, who was really big into helping with this whole thing, ended up doing like a live stream that they were doing this like rally thing at the White House. And so I was like, I'm there, I'm going to go and check this out. And that's how I got involved in the Standing Rock movement. And so fast forward, I'm here at Standing Rock and, you know, we get confronted by the Morton County Sheriff's Department, who back in September, I think it was on Labor Day, they ended up like sicking dogs onto peaceful water protectors, and like they ended up one of the dogs ended up biting a woman who was pregnant. Like, it was disgusting. It was truly, truly disgusting. But this ended up being pretty peaceful. We just ended up having a conversation with Morton County and everything like that. So yeah, but this was a really, really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way to leave Standing Rock, was to be in solidarity, to be in community with the women there and sing songs and just, you know, feel the vibration of that.
And I just wanted to empower the women and let the men know that we gave them life. The White Buffalo Calf women gave them everything they hold dear, the chanupa, the drums, the bow and arrow.
I just want to say that this week, while you're celebrating a genocidal holiday called Thanksgiving, that celebrates the death and the killing of thousands and thousands of indigenous people in the Northeast, that there is a genocide happening, 100% happening in Palestine, in Sudan, in the Congo, and many other places around the world. And that we need to remember that although we have these privileges to be able to celebrate these holidays, there is a dirty, dirty history that goes along with them. And really, we shouldn't be celebrating them at all. But just remember that we have the opportunity right now to do what our ancestors couldn't. And I think it is important to be on the right side of history right now as we speak. And remember to free Palestine, free the Congo, free Sudan, free Hawaii, and free all indigenous people from the confines of colonization, white supremacy, and liberate them.